Imagine a newly reborn world where the waters of the flood have just receded and humanity stands before a new covenant with God. Noah and his family are the first to hear the words that would not only change history, but continue to resonate to this day.
But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. Genesis 9:4.
But why this drastic change in the human diet? What is the true meaning behind this new divine order? In this video, we will unravel the mystery behind this law that God gave to Noah. Why is blood considered so sacred that, from this point on, consuming meat without removing the blood becomes a forbidden act? Could this command have deeper roots, connecting with ancient practices and rituals from civilizations around the world? Did you know that in ancient Mesopotamia, the Sumerians and Akkadians already viewed blood as a vital and sacred element used in their religious rituals? And that the Egyptians believed blood had mystical powers, connecting the living to the gods? Apparently, this concern with blood is not exclusive to the Bible, but rather a universal characteristic of humanity that spans cultures and millennia. Get ready to embark on a journey that takes us from the divine command to the ancient practices of other civilizations. We will explore how this change in the human diet was not just a matter of survival, but a turning point that laid the foundation for justice and respect for life. And if you are new to the TC Bible Stories channel, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any new videos. We are just beginning to explore the profound significance of the Bible and how it continues to impact our lives today. And of course, leave your thoughts and questions in the comments about this intriguing topic. Why did God consider blood so important? After the flood, the earth was devastated, transformed into a desolate and unrecognizable landscape. Noah, upon exiting the ark, saw a world in ruins, knowing that reconstruction would be long and arduous. He understood that nothing would ever be the same. The fertile and vibrant landscape he once knew had been replaced by an inhospitable terrain, marked by destruction. It was a new beginning, but also an era of uncertainties. Amidst this panorama of renewal, God gave Noah and his sons new instructions for life. In Genesis 9:2 we read,
The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and on all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands.
This verse reveals a new dynamic in the relationship between humans and animals. Before the flood, animals lived in harmony with man. But now, fear and dread would be a distinctive mark of that relationship. But what exactly does everything that moves mean? Was God allowing Noah and his family to eat any animal without restrictions? And if so, would this include snakes, horses, and even wild animals that were not commonly part of the human diet until then? The permission to eat meat was a new freedom, but it also came with challenges. Noah, who had been a farmer, now had to consider a new dietary regime in a drastically altered world. Everything that moves could encompass a wide range of creatures, from domesticated animals like sheep and goats to wild animals like deer, and even creatures that might have previously been considered impure or unfit for consumption. At that time, biodiversity was vast, and many animals we know today existed in that post-flood environment. However, the choice of which animals would become part of the human diet was now in the hands of Noah and his descendants. Would they be guided by personal preferences, survival needs, or by an understanding of what God deemed acceptable? But before Noah could fully explore these new possibilities, God issued a clear and powerful warning.
But you shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood. Genesis 9:4.
This command was not just a dietary restriction. It was a profound statement about the sanctity of life. Blood, which carries the life of any creature, was to be treated with the utmost reverence. In the biblical context, blood has always been seen as the symbol of life. From Abel's sacrifice, where innocent blood cried out to God from the ground, to the future sacrifices on the altar of the tabernacle, blood was the means by which life was offered and communion with God restored. The command not to consume blood was therefore a way for humanity to recognize that all life belongs to God. It was a constant reminder that although man had been given dominion over animals and permission to eat meat, he did not have the right to take or consume the vital essence that belongs to the Creator. The prohibition of blood also served as a way to distinguish man's relationship with animals from man's relationship with God. By abstaining from consuming blood, Noah and his descendants would be declaring their submission to the divine order and their respect for life in its most essential form. After Noah, other civilizations around the world dealt with blood in various ways. For example, the Sumerians and Babylonians saw blood as a link between the gods and humanity. In their rituals, blood was often used in sacrifices to appease the gods or to ensure the fertility of the land. The ancient Egyptians also had a complex view of blood. For them, blood was considered to carry power and magic. In their mummification rituals and funerary practices, blood was seen as a vehicle for eternal life, connecting the world of the living with the world of the dead. However, the consumption of blood itself was avoided, not out of reverence for life, but out of fear of impurities and curses that could arise. In ancient India, Vedic texts describe rituals where blood was shed as an offering. The Persians, under Zoroastrianism, also had sacrificial rituals where blood was a central element, but unlike neighboring cultures, they focused more on purity and cosmic order, seeing blood as a symbol of the conflict between good and evil. These ancient civilizations shared a common recognition of the power and importance of blood, but they differed radically in how they treated it and the meaning they attributed to it. While many saw blood as a tool to manipulate the divine, the mandate given to Noah was radically different. Instead of using blood as a means to gain power or favor, Noah's descendants were called to respect blood as sacred, not for consumption, but for the preservation of life and the maintenance of justice. This divine law not only protected animals from unrestricted use, but also established a moral foundation for humanity, where life, represented by blood, was to be honored and respected. Speaking of justice, in the next video, we will delve into Genesis 9:6 and explore how this divine law, which protects human life with such rigor, influenced the laws and codes that shape the modern world. For example, did you know that the very idea of whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed, served as the basis for fundamental principles of retributive justice that we still see today? But that's not all. We will also uncover what covenant God established with humanity after the flood, and answer the intriguing question: is the rainbow we see in the sky really the symbol of that covenant? What does the Greek goddess Iris have to do with this story? What does it represent? And what is its true significance? Don't miss this next chapter. If you haven't subscribed to the TC Bible Stories channel yet, subscribe now, leave a like, share with your friends, and let us know in the comments, What do you think the rainbow truly symbolizes? We're excited to hear your thoughts.